Hello and welcome to a time special presentation where we explore real world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author, and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. In this episode, Bharathi Baskar asks questions. What is the mark of a true leader? The answer lies in the legacy they leave behind. In this week's episode, we look at the meaning of true leadership. Is it wealthiness or worthiness? And then she says, why don't you let Thiruvalluvar give you the answers?
I have a list of rip-tickling Tamil movie comedy scenes that I watched to de-stress. My recent pick was a scene from the 90s movie Ullattai Alitha. And the hilarious scene featured three exceptionally skilled actors, Manivannan, Kauntamani and Karthik. What happens is a bunch of amateur kidnappers take away Manivannan and call Karthik demanding a ransom of 5 lakh rupees. Karthik, who is the son-in-law, is shocked and says that his father-in-law is not worth so much. The kidnappers are now willing to give a discount and negotiate. They moved to 4 lakhs, then to 40,000 and finally to 4,000. When Kauntamani, playing Karthik's friend, still objects and declares that the amount is too much of an ask, the kidnappers plead that they have already hired a tempo van for kidnapping that needs to be paid. Finally, they all settle for 4,000 rupees. The trio nail the scene with their timing and body language, and it is a laughter riot. In reality, how do kidnappers decide on the ransom amount when they kidnap a person? Plutarch, the Greek biographer of the 1st century, gives an account of an incident in the life of Julius Caesar. Caesar, 25 years old and unknown in Rome, was kidnapped by pirates. The pirates set his ransom at the sum of 20 talent. When Caesar learns about this, he strongly objects to the amount and he told the pirates to raise the amount to 50 talents. Pirates did not believe Caesar was worth so much. Also, it's not often that a hostage negotiates his ransom to be hiked up. Actually, 50 talent in those days in Rome was around 1,550 kilograms of silver. So see how much of money was involved. Caesar's men returned to Rome to raise the money, and people in Rome thought that Caesar was probably an important man, as nobody has ever been ransomed for such a massive amount of money. In just 38 days, they raised the funds and the captive was released. This is how Caesar pinned himself to an unassailable position in the political map of Rome. This is how Caesar pinned himself to an unassailable position in the political map of Rome. Shortly later, he became the king of Rome. Caesar was an exception rather than a rule because he boosted his own valuation. Sometimes that could be tricky. Look at the valuation game played by some of the companies, especially startups. They attain the unicorn status, which is valuation above $1 billion, even before they break even or make a single dollar profit. My first boss, Rajinder Sabarwal, we used to call him Sabby, gave me a very different perspective on this. He deputed me to a training that would keep me away for 10 days. I was apprehensive that my team might underperform in my absence. Sabby told me, how they perform in your presence is no indicator of how good a leader you are. Your true leadership worth will manifest only in your absence. The question, what's your real worth, keeps coming to us. This question is thrown back to us in the form of more and more questions depending on who we are. What's your bank balance if you earn only in white? How many 2000 rupee bundles you have which have to be changed? if you have an unaccounted earnings? Is your organization considering you for a promotion? If you're an employee, how much are the venture capitalists willing to invest in your company if you're an entrepreneur? How many views for the teaser release if you just released a movie teaser? How many are following you on Insta if you're an influencer? How much can you spend if you are given a ticket for election if you're a politician? Valluvar confirms that the true worth of a person is none of the above. The actual value or the worth of a man is not to be found in his possessions, but in the colors and textures of how he comes alive in the chronicles of others. The legacy that is left behind, the deeds that have been completed, the people who were mentored by him, including his own children. In short, what was left behind even after the man has departed. The footprints left in the sands of time stand testimony to the worthiness or otherwise of the person. Thakaar, Thagavilar, Enbadhu, Avaravar, Echchathaar, Padum. The worthy and unworthy shall be known by what they leave behind.